Welcome. Please bring your hands to your heart. You can gently bow your head and affirm that you practice towards your own well-being. Affirm that you can steer and navigate this practice to suit what you are bringing to the mat. I ask that your practice will be blessed. Bring your hands to your knees or your thighs, palms facing up and down, up or down. Give yourself a moment just to settle into your seat. Maybe moving around a little bit, swaying from side to side, rocking the pelvis forward and back. Maybe just moving your feet a little bit. Even your fingers, your head, your spine. Find what feels like a center. The weight evenly distributed back to front, from side to side. Sense of grounding down, settling into and rising up, expanding up and broad. Relax your jaw. As you relax your jaw, relax the muscles around your ears and your eyes. As you relax the muscles around your eyes, maybe even blink and decide if you want to keep your eyes open or closed. If you do open your eyes, let your gaze be soft, receptive, alert, bright. Notice how you're breathing. Maybe you can bring your breath from the upper chest towards the lower ribs. You can even place your hands on your rib cage, drawing the breath sideways. Notice if you can feel the flaring of your rib cage into your hands. Relaxing your mouth, relaxing your tongue. Relaxing the tops of your shoulders, the creases of your hips, the backs of your knees. Feeling the rise and the fall of your breath underneath your hands. And if your shoulders get tired, you can place your arms close to your waistline and maybe you can feel the breath pushing your skin against skin. A spaciousness underneath the armpits. Keep your breath smooth, so soothing and smooth throughout the practice. If you notice you're holding your breath, maybe ease up a little bit on whatever movement or holding. maybe the speed of your practice or the depth. Bring your hands to your throat, and you're going to part your index and middle finger and just place your ears in that space, and then draw your hands down towards your collarbones. Just gently rubbing the side of the neck, and this is it's a soft rub, it's a pulling of the skin downward. Just aiding the drainage of lymph. We're moving towards the heart. Just enough pressure to maybe feel that you are sliding and gliding the connective tissue directly under the skin. So from the earlobes, down the side of the neck, towards the heart. And then keeping your hands on your chest, tap your chest up and down. So the sternum, maybe the whole length of the sternum, up and down. It will sound like raindrops. And noticing how it feels, that contact of skin against skin. Bounciness of your fingers. And then moving from the collarbone, so you can just move in from the collarbones and maybe catch your fingers, just almost as if you're circling your collarbones or trying to feel what's behind your collarbones, and add a bit of pressure and release, a bit of pressure and release. Just pulsing there, it's just as if you're rolling your fingers to feel what's behind your collarbones. Keep pulsing, and then release that. Rub your hands against each other, rub them nice and warm. And then take your right hand and begin to stroke up your left arm, all the way to your armpit, and up the left to the armpit. And you can tap, if you like that tapping sensation, you can tap up the arm towards the armpit, and up the arm towards the armpit. Keep tapping your armpit. And then the other side. So taking your left hand and just stroke up your right arm towards your armpit. Stroking up towards the armpit. And if you like that tapping sensation, maybe tapping up your arm towards the armpit. Tapping or stroking, rubbing, or just big strokes. Whatever type of touch you feel you would like. And keep tapping the armpit, raindrop fingers or flat palm. And then lowering your hands, give yourself a moment just to feel the rebound, moving the skin, draining the lymph. Imagine your neck moves from within the body, so maybe chest height or shoulder blade height. Turn your gaze towards the right. And sweep the horizon as you turn your gaze towards the left. Coming back to center, lower your chin towards your chest. So the neck starts from within the body, lifting up, looking towards the sky. And these movements can be super small. Coming back to center. Lower your chin to your chest and sweep your chin along your collarbone towards your right shoulder. Back to center. And trace that line along your collarbone, chin towards the left shoulder. Bring it back to center. Lift your head. Look over your right shoulder. Back to center, over towards the left. Back to center, looking down. Stay lifted through the back of your neck. And then looking up. It's as if you're tracing a line across the wall or up the wall, along the ceiling. And if you look back, maybe you can find more range of motion just by looking a little bit further in the direction that you're going. And bringing your eyes back to the horizon, so looking down, forward. Lower your chin to your chest. Trace your collarbone to the right. Back to center, trace it to the left. And back to center. Lift your head. Going to massage the right ear. This is the right side. Just massage your right ear. So we'll do both sides. So it doesn't have to be left first or right first. So if you keep track of how you're alternating, that's perfectly fine. So just massaging around your ear, maybe around the neck. Again, these are very soft massages. It's almost as if you're just moving your skin, puckering your skin, a little bit of stretching, maybe tapping the skin. And then the other side, just massaging your ear. This usually feels really nice. Along the neck, the shoulder, just like saying hi, hello. If you feel you're bearing some weight on your shoulders, carrying a load, just, just acknowledge that. And then we'll move the head again. Notice if it feels different. So the neck from within the body. Lower your chin. Keep lifting through the back of your neck. Lift your chin towards the sky. So stay nice and tall. Head back to center. Look over your right shoulder. Come back to center, look over the left. You can move slower than I speak. Looking back to center. Trace a half circle. Bring your chin to your chest and trace that circle towards your shoulder. Back over center, the opposite direction. And if you would like to, trace a full circle. Bringing your gaze to the sky, all the way over your shoulder and back down. Maybe the other direction. And then looking up. Take a moment to feel the rebound. If you've forgotten about your feet, maybe move your toes a little bit. If they're getting cold, just bounce them. And then lift your shoulders towards your ears. So keep them lifted. and press them down as if you're pressing down into the earth with your elbows. And lift them up again, lift your shoulders towards your ears and press them down. Keep them down, move them back, keep them back, stay back and down, lift them up, they back and up, move them forward, they forward and up, and then move them down, they forward and down, and reverse that movement, so it's a box shape. They are down and forward, keep them forward as you lift them up, they forward and up. Move them back, they're up and back, and then move them down as if you're drawing your shoulders down the wall behind you. They are down and back, and then relax your shoulders. It's any old shoulder movement, you can shake them, you can roll them, bring your hands to your shoulders, and as if you're swimming, begin to alternately row your elbows forward. And with your hands on your shoulders, you can, it's as if you're warming the joint with your hands. And even if there's a little bit of a grip, maybe you can feel the skin moving underneath your fingers. Notice how much of the shoulder, so the arm bone in the shoulder joint is moving and how much of the torso is moving. We'll change the direction of the circles. And these are very basic movements, but they're beautiful. They cover a whole range of movement in the shoulder joint. And then relax the shoulders. Take your right arm out to the side, palm faces forward, all the way overhead. Touch the back of your head. Bring your arm back up, out, flip your palm and bring the back of your hand towards your lower back. Bring the hand to the thigh and change. So palm faces forward, left arm out. Bring your palm to the back of your head as if you're touching the back of your head or your neck. Then extend it overhead, out to the side, flip your palm, bring the back of the hand towards your lower back. Place your hand on your thigh, both arms. Out to the side, palms facing forward, all the way overhead towards the back of your head, even the back of your neck, maybe even the back of your shoulders. And all the way up and out, flip your palms, bring the backs of your hands to your low back, maybe even crossing them over or lifting them up towards your shoulder blades. And then bring them back towards your thighs. Catch your right wrist, make a fist. You don't have to make a fist. It's just a variation of holding your hand. Hold your wrist tight enough to feel pressure, but there's no force. So it's not a handcuff. Just move your wrist from side to side, up and down, creating some space in the wrist joint. And then the other side. And this holding and moving of your skin, the sliding and gliding of the skin is it's very soothing in a way. It's as if a lot is happening by doing very little. And then open and close your hands. Again, they don't have to face forward. They can face any direction. Opening and closing your hands, so squeeze tight, flare wide, squeeze tight, flare wide. Imagine you squeezing a ball and flaring your palms, stretching into the fingers and then flash your fingers. And if you want to flash each finger separately and even in reverse, go ahead. And you can feel your fingers get tired quite quickly actually. Good, all of the fingers together, shake your hands, shake them all around, side to side, up and down. Good. Gonna press the palms into the knees. Maybe you want to adjust your seat. And then turn your palms around. This might be quite awkward. It might not feel great. So you have to really manage the intensity. And maybe you need to do one arm at a time. So just pressing down into the knees, flipping the hands. Your elbows can be bent to alleviate excess stretch. And then flipping the palms up, use your opposite hand to press into it's like almost the middle, the base of the hand, so not pulling your fingers back, but pushing, stretching your wrist in the opposite direction. And you can exert a little bit of counter pressure, so play with relaxing into the stretch and maybe resisting the stretch. Same thing on the other side. Again, if you feel your feet are getting cold, you can move your feet at the same time. But notice what happens in your wrists, how they feel. And then extend your arms out to the side, push through the wrist, or push through the base of the hand, the palm. If there's any tingling, keep your elbows bent or lower the arms a little bit, so get out of that tingling zone, that numbness, pinching feeling or burning feeling. Pushing through the palms. And then flip your hands and lift them up. As if your hands are wings. Just floating your hands through space. You'll feel your arms working, your shoulders. You'll feel your core engaging. Move your hands up and down. Relax the arms down. Make your hands like raindrops. So holding your hands in little raindrop shapes, the tips of the fingers together. And tilt your hands towards you. So it's almost like a little parrot beak shape. Keep your raindrop hands. Sweep your arms behind you. Flip your hands and bring them forward. We'll repeat this so you can, you don't have to remember it immediately or get it right. And then we're going to move the hands, open the hands like the rays of the sun. Begin to lift your chest and draw your arms behind you so that the palms are lifted. Bringing your hands back into those little raindrop shapes. Circling forward, so you'll see you rolling your shoulders in. Maybe a little bit of a rounding of your back. Now opening the shoulders, opening the chest, opening the fingers, the hands. Lifting the chest a little bit, moving your hands behind you. So I'm close to the wall here. You can move your arms as far back as you like. And then those raindrop hands, so you're bowing forward, rolling the shoulders in, and you're drawing your hands towards your elbows. And then we change, flaring the fingers, open the chest, lift the heart, and stretching into the palm of the hand. One more, raindrop hands, rolling forward. And then opening the hands, opening the chest, drawing your shoulder blades together on your back, and relax your hands to your knees or your thighs. Separate your feet a little bit wider, turn your toes a little bit out. That's if they're not, they might be there already, so it feels like a more wider and more stable base. And begin to circle your spine. So if you can imagine your spine is neutral. So instead of flexing and extending, so bending forward or back, just keep your spine nice and neutral for now. And the further you lean, or the bigger these circles are, the more load you're adding. So the more you have to stabilize around your center, you will be able to feel that. You might also feel the weight shifting in your feet. So again, start small, and then you can navigate yourself further and further away from center. And change direction if you haven't already. Good, and now we're going to start really flexing or moving, curling, drawing back the chest forward. So very organic movements. You might feel that you get into a natural rhythm almost. It's as if the body wants to extend a certain way, so, or draw back and lean back and fold and curl and move. And its very own special way. And again, start small and coax yourself into just your feeling body. So less anticipation of what is to come, or a memory of how it felt last time, or what you think your body can do. Keep your breath smooth and let your body reveal what it is capable of today, what potential it holds. And it will change from day to day. Some days will feel magnificently bold, and others will feel much more contained. And there's value in both. Come back to center. Keep your legs nice and wide. And then we'll windshield wiper the legs first. So just moving your legs from side to side. If you need to hold on to your chair, especially if you have armrests, you might need to scoot forward quite a bit. So if you want to hold on, hold on. And then we're just rotating the legs. So the one goes in, the one goes out. You can also do it a different way, moving them in and out at the same time, if this feels more stable. Maybe trying both. Again, starting small, could be super small. And also you are sitting on a chair, so it's going to affect your movement. If you were to stand or lift your feet, it would be different. I mean, maybe again trying in and out. And we're going to hold them in. So come onto the knife edge of your inner foot. So the feet can be flat here and the knees together. But I would like you to come onto the inner edge. So sensitize the inner edge of your foot. You can even move your feet just to wake up the inner edge. Going to do that in the opposite direction. Bringing the outer edge of the foot down, of the feet down, and the knees fall open, and move your feet. So there's a bit of traction, there's a bit of engagement, and it's small moves. So I've got a sticky mat here, so there's a lot of resistance, which is nice because I can feel it in my hips. I can also feel it around my spine, my waistline, my core. Everything feels activated. Relax in your feet. I'm going to walk This is the first, like an imaginary walk. I don't know where we're walking. So it's a nice setting. You can just walk and then bounce your feet. So really pushing the feet up. And then out to the side and back. And out to the side and back. A nice bouncy feeling in the legs. So use your feet to propel your leg up and back. You can hold on to your seat. Can be small movements, doesn't have to be big. Activating the feet, the hips, core. Good, bring it back to center. Rise onto your toes. Maybe stretching into the neck of the toes. And you can draw your feet back if you want a little bit of more intensity. And then flexing your feet, pressing into your heels. So both are flex, but we usually call pushing through the heel a flex. There's a point and a flex. So pulling your toes towards your shins or your knees. Good. And then lift your right leg. Lift it without you using your hands first. Lift it as high as you can. If you feel that you are folding forward to lift your leg, lower your leg, lengthen your spine. See how far it goes without helping with the rest of your body. So it's natural to help, nothing wrong with it. And then catch your knee or catch your thigh and pull your leg towards your chest. Circle your ankle, both directions, and change. If you want to sit here for a minute, for a breath or two, and just feel the difference between left and right, that would be great. You really feel into the movement, but it's also nice to feel into the pauses, into the rebound, the after effects. Maybe it's an emotional sensation or a thought, a concept. Maybe it's purely physical. Maybe you're noticing your breath. It's moved in a different way, different direction. And then lifting the left. So first of all, just lift it as high as you can without using your hands. Or as little as you can. And then when you're ready, catch the back of the thigh or the front of the shin. Pull your leg towards your chest. Circle your ankle. Both directions. And then we'll end off with a modified extended side angle. So stepping your right leg out to the side. Place your right arm onto your thigh. Take your left arm behind you. It's as if you're cutting through, I don't know, cutting through something. And then sweep that arm overhead as far as you can. You can bend your elbow. Press into your thigh and lengthen your spine. Notice if you can breathe smoothly, easily, and you're welcome to relax your hand over your head. Look down or up. Extend your arms, so nice and active. Come back to center. Relax your arm down, bring your leg back to center. Give yourself a moment to feel, to notice. Then step your left leg out to the side. Bring your left arm to your thigh. And So this is a very deliberate motion, just cutting back, reaching your arm behind you and then sweep it forward. The armpit is nice and hollow, little finger towards the floor. Reach your spine long, press into that left arm and reach your spine long. Notice if there's equal amount of breath. So not in a scientific way, in a feeling way, in the front and back of your chest, the sides of your rib cage, so the whole circumference of your torso. And then relax your arm over your head, maybe your ear hangs towards your shoulder. Maintaining that sense of lift in the spine, sense of length. And activate your arm again, reach yourself long and come back over center. Step your left leg in. Give your body a moment to be present, to savor the aliveness, feelings without clouding them with thought. If thoughts arise, that's fine, they will. But maybe you can catch a moment of pure sensation. You can keep your eyes closed or lower your gaze. You can open, keep your eyes. I don't know if I said open or closed. Begin to draw your attention back to your breath. The physical act of inhaling and exhaling. Just a few breaths. Notice if you can be absorbed by this process of breathing to such an extent that it's not you noticing the breath, but you are noticing from the breath. That it has an awareness unto itself. Feeling the movement of the chest underneath your armpits, the length of your waistline. Noticing your breath all the way into your hips, over the knees, all the way down to the feet. Maybe moving your toes. Maybe bouncing your heels a little bit. Noticing your body permeated with vitality, with life force. You can shift around a little bit. Maybe moving your spine, your shoulders, your head, your neck, your arms, your wrists. And bring your hands to your heart. So we close the practice. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you soon.